This is really cool. Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week, we're at the XXX Rootbeer Drive-In in Issaquah, Washington for the Northwest Classic Chevy Club's annual Tri-5 show. Man, there's a lot of Tri-5 Chevys here. In fact, I think it's the biggest one-day Tri-5 Chevy show in the country. All shapes, sizes, flavors, colors. Let's get around and check out some of these babies. Check it out, real fuel-y. Bud, great to see you again.
Good to see you, Dennis. No, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, what, 13 years?
13 years.
It's been 13 years
2005. Yeah.
We look like the classics. We don't get old.
No, we only get better.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend. This is such a cool venue, Bud. I mean, the XXX Rootbeer Drive-In.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the last one here, right?
Yes,
the last one in the country.
Is. Right. And Jose's just a great guy, and you know, he puts on a show almost every weekend here.
Really?
And in different clubs and so forth. So this is our 19th annual Tri-5 show.
Here.
Here.
Right here.
Yeah.
And it's Tri-5, you know, you typically think the wagons and the sedans, the convertibles, but you open it to kind of, Corvettes are welcome?
Actually,
Some
it's
Tri-5
cars, trucks, and Corvettes, right.
Okay, from 55, 6, and 7.
Right. We build this as the largest one-day Tri-5 show.
I think it is.
I think it is too.
I honestly have never seen so many Tri-5s in one place in my life.
Yeah, right.
And it's amazing the diversity here, because you've got from bone stock to, bad to the bone drag cars to some really cool customs.
Yeah, yeah.
And some historic stuff too. I mean, I like coming here. First of all, I love the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You're right.
But the vibe here is good, and there's really a lot of nice Tri-5s. What do you say we get around and check a few of them out?
Do that. Yes.
All right, let's go, man.
Yeah, okay.
Well, John, I would say this is the most stout 56 here.
Well, thank you, Dennis.
I mean, I saw this and I was going around, 56 drag car, it's kind of cool. And I got up to it, twin turbo. Oh, and they go through the firewall. Oh, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there is a lot going on.
There's a lot going on here. So I guess, first of all, why 56? Why you drag racing a 56?
My dad raced a 56 back in the 60s in D-gas. And I fell in love with 56s when I was a kid. And I actually have another 56 just like this, that it's a street car that I drag race. And I wanted something lighter and cool, so we built this. I basically just needed a good shell, a good roof and quarters, and a clear title, because it is a licensed street car.
You can drive this on the street?
Drive it on the street. It has plates, turn signals, brake lights, 100% legal.
Amazing. Well, so let's talk about the engine setup here, because this is really cool. What is the engine to begin with?
So it's a 427 LS, iron block with Brodex heads, twin 76mm precision turbos. On full kill, it'll make about 2,200 horsepower, but tamed down, we got her making about 1,300 to the tires.
Wow. So, I mean, is it pretty fast?
Yes, so far in the 8th mile on a small tune-up, we went 5.0 at 150. So, it's capable. It should run around 650s in the quarter with this motor. We're going to put an even bigger motor in it this winter so we can go even faster.
Explain this turbo setup to me, because I'm looking at it, I'm going,
this
they're
is what
going
they
through
call,
the firewall. What's the deal?
Well, this system is called, it's a water-to-air intercooler. So the turbos meet inside the car, go back up underneath the car to the intercooler in the back seat. And there is a water system back there that you put ice water in the car, and it cools the air before it comes back and goes in the intake. So you basically has nice, super cold air to produce as much horsepower as you can. The top tube is what they call the hot side. So it's coming from the turbos. And then the bottom tube is going back into the intake manifold. It's called the cold side. After I make a pass down the racetrack, I come back, that water in that ice box is boiling hot. You can't touch it.
Seriously?
Very seriously.
Well, that's a big box. What does it hold?
It holds 7.5 gallons of water and 2 10-pound bags of ice.
And you can cook that thing in an eighth of a mile, basically.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Comes back very, very hot water.
Well, I'm really surprised you kept all the trim and everything on the car.
Well, I wanted the car to appear stock as much as we could. I did something pretty cool back here for the charging system to charge the battery. So I took the stock taillight and I made it, that's where I charged the battery in between rounds. Yeah. So it keeps a nice, clean, aesthetic look to it. Kind of stock appearing 56 Chevys.
It really is, and it's obviously tubbed. And how wide are the tires?
They're what they call a 31-10-5. That's the class I run, is called Outlaw 10-5. So you can only run on a 10.5-inch tire. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I wanted a car that would not only look good, but was fast. So if we can't be fast, we're gonna look good.
Sounds like you're fast and you look good.
Yeah, it is fast.
So 56 with a 427, twin turboed, intercooled. This is a monster, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, thanks for bringing this baby
Thank you,
out.
guys. Appreciate it, Dennis.
Cool work, John.
Thank you.
Well, Mark, this is cool. A 56 wagon. This is actually a 210, right?
A 210 Townsman, which is their 4-door, 6-passenger sedan.
Right, not to be confused with a Nomad. You know, this is a great car. I love the colors. I'm kind of a green car guy.
Okay.
This is a crocus yellow and
Laurel green.
laurel green. But you know, it's all the other stuff you've got. Man, you've got some stuff here. You've been collecting?
I've been collecting. In the wintertime, I just had all this energy. So I'd find stuff on eBay and make my displays, and it would be my passion was to try to find what could I show people the next season.
Yeah, well, so I mean, that's an original banner?
That's the original banner.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you got crazy stuff here. I mean, this spare headlight
Yep.
carrier. That is just too cool. And then all your color charts and your model charts, and I mean, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is really a neat car. Is that the original interior?
No, it's in the original style, but it's a little darker than normal.
Uh-huh.
But it has factory power seats and power windows, which is really, really unique for
A factory
a 56.
bench seat?
Yep. The switch is on that side right down by
Yeah.
the door, and the whole thing moves forward and backwards. It doesn't do up or down or tilt or angle, it's just forward and back.
Power windows?
Power windows.
Which I didn't even know they had in 56.
Yeah, they had power windows for quite a few years, but who would put them on a 210 middle of the line wagon?
Well, you know, there were so many weirdly optioned cars back then because you could check or not check.
Yeah, you could put almost everything in any model, and it was never packaged together like they are now.
And being a 56, it
You
was the
got the-
first year for that.
Yep.
The taillight filler was the
Yep.
first in 56. Now, was that the only year they did
No,
that?
57, they put it in the chrome fin way down by the taillight.
yeah,
You
that's
opened up
right.
the piece of chrome.
Yeah. This is all another part of your kit from
Oh,
before?
another part of my collection. Yeah, this is all Nesco coolers. In fact, that one's a grill.
I was gonna say, where do you find this stuff? eBay, of
eBay,
course. Like, duh. This is really a nice car. 56
210 Townsman
wagon, the 4-door post wagon.
Yep.
In crocus
Crocus
yellow and
Laurel
green. Man, Mark, thanks a lot. Great car. Well, so Carla, we're at a Tri-5 Chevy show, and I usually think, you know, the sedans, the convertibles, the wagons and stuff. You got a 57 Suburban, though.
I do.
But it's Tri-5, 55, 67. This is a 57 Chevy, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And not only that, this is your truck,
My truck,
and you've had it for a long time.
30 years.
That is in fact a long time. And you drive it. I mean, this
I
is not
drive it.
you drive it all the time.
I drove it up yesterday from Vancouver, Washington.
Wow, that's a ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting color combo, kind of a peaches and cream, or what do you got going here?
Well, it's called Sunset Coral, and when
Oh,
I
okay.
chosen this color, my two daughters and I were all blondes, so
Oh,
we
I
thought
see.
it would look kind of stylish.
Have you had it all re-chromed and everything?
Well, actually, a lot of this chrome, a lot of the glass we collected when I lived in Palm Springs, and it's about 30 years old as well.
So
It's
really,
just been-
it's just in good shape.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. And were these two rockets, was that the 57 look?
Yes,
They're really tall, aren't they?
very tall.
So you got tons of headroom in there.
Yeah, fits a lot of people too.
But she's only a 2-door.
Only a 2-door.
And that's why you have this odd little jump seat, right?
Yeah, you pull it forward and they climb to the back, fill up the back seat, then the center seat, and then the front seat.
That's a 57 dash, basically, 57 speedometer and everything, right?
Yeah.
Same as- And the only roll-up windows are the front ones. The rest of them are all slide.
Yes, all slide.
These came in either the clamshell or the barn doors, right?
Correct.
You could have either one. But the clamshell did a trick, if I recall.
As you slide it down,
It stays
it is always visible at every location of the tailgate.
both the third tail light and the license plate.
Correct.
I mean, this is a driver, so you probably got an engine that gets it around a little bit. Let's go see what you got.
Okay,
It's
so
kind of heavy.
inside we have a 350,
Okay, so that's a working engine.
a working engine. This is our next project, but everything's original
So
in
it's
there.
easy to work on at least. There's tons of space in there. So you're the only Suburban here at this Tri-5.
I am.
Is it getting a lot of attention?
It is.
Yeah,
It
well,
is.
It probably does anyway, because it's just kind of cool. 57 Suburban in Sunset Coral, is that correct?
Sunset Coral and Bombay
Beautiful
White.
car, I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Well, Aaron, you know, this Tri-5 show, there's always one or two really killer customs. This is the really
Hey,
killer custom.
I appreciate it.
I mean,
Thank
this
you.
is beautiful, 57 Nomad. Gorgeous car. You've done a lot to it, but she's still, you know, clearly a 57 Nomad.
We raised the wheel wells up in the car, restyled the fender lip lines. The front moldings are all handmade. The bumper's been reworked. And then we came up with this custom grill bar that we made as well in the shop.
Looks great. Wild scoop.
So normally you have the two rockets. So
Right.
what we did is we took this section of the hood that used to be here, moved it in on both sides, and then basically just took one of those rockets and made a widened version.
Cool color too. What is that?
You know, we never have put a name to it. When Goodguys asked us what color it was when we won Custom of the Year last year, 2017, we called it Goodguys Gold.
I would call it Shomad gold. Perfect.
There you go, yeah.
So 2-inch chop, eh?
2-inch chop straight.
But otherwise you didn't alter the roof line, right? You just dropped it down.
All the stainless trims have been chrome plated, so
Really?
all the bright on the outside of the car is all the same sheen.
Uh-huh. Funny, you still got the traffic minder there.
Well, you know what, the chop
And
top,
it
it
really
comes in
kinda
helpful.
Well,
It
these
really
things
does.
work.
It
Killer
does.
interiors.
Oh, yeah.
And again, an interesting combo of kind of stock and kind of not.
We extended the gauges over, added 2 pods to it.
Yeah.
And then we came up with this stainless steel checkerboard material. We used it on the door sills and the dash and whatnot. We just really wanted to keep that 57 flavor. So the seat design, you know, with the way it comes down,
Right.
and we got the seat buttons, which we used the checker material in.
That dash couldn't have been easy. That's all cast pot
It's-
metal,
yeah,
right?
it's pot metal. It's a bear to work with.
And then back here, I noticed earlier, do you really have the exhaust coming out of the bumper?
Yeah, we do. You know, a lot of cars use that, but 57s never did, and it just seemed appropriate.
That's originally a clamshell.
It
but
is.
You've done a kind of cool thing here. Open that
Yeah,
tailgate.
so Ron, that was one of the things Ron wanted, was to make a one-piece hatch.
Yeah, that's really nice.
We have hidden gas struts up underneath the headliner, so there's no struts here. We can park this thing wherever we want.
Nice. My goodness. Well, close that back up.
Yeah.
Let's go see what's under the hood, because it's probably equally special. Let's check it out.
Yeah, sure.
Ouch. You know, that's just as nice as everything else. 427 for real?
Yeah, so it's the LS7 version. Factory there, 505 horse. And then we've got functional ram air with the custom scoop that feeds right to the flat panel air cleaner. We did all the custom firewall and all the inner panels. And then the bottom of the car has matching belly pans around the complete perimeter as well that
Well,
have this complete
well, of course
styling.
it does.
I know.
Well, of course.
Why would we stop there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
57 Nomad Custom. Aaron, beautiful car. You do
Thank
good
you.
work for Ron, let me tell you.
I appreciate it.
Well, Al, you know, 57, 150, kind of a plain Jane car, kind of, but not really.
Not really.
Not really. I mean, this thing's really, really special. This is one of how many?
Well, Chev made 8,000 of this particular body style, but only 22 of them have this particular engine transmission combination in them.
So this was a, what they call it, a businessman sedan, or what was it
Business
called?
sedan.
Business
yes.
sedan. Were they all backseat delete to be a business sedan or not?
Business sedan is a backseat delete. That's
and
correct.
the rear windows didn't roll down.
No rear windows, no back seat on it. It's probably the lightest weight, the most austere car that Chevrolet made in 1955, 56, and 57. That body style was available.
And that's the one that they kind of made into their factory drag car.
Yes, because of this light weight. It didn't have those weights in the back, the weight of the back seats. So this was a car that you're going to use if you're going to drag race. Whatever DOT required, like headlights and turn signals and stoplights, it's got that. But the rest of the stuff is
They
gone.
didn't have it. It's just gone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is really pretty plain in there, isn't
It's
it?
very plain Jane, yes. The
But
only
that's-
options on this car were the engine and the transmission. No lights in it, so it's pretty much a daytime operation car.
No nighttime drag racing.
It's black at night, yes.
Man, and that's a stock pattern on the
Cobblestone seats, yes. This is all factory correct interior that you see right here.
No carpeting either, just that kind of plastic mat, right?
Black rubber floor mats.
Black rubber
yes.
floor mats. Is that a 3 on a tree?
3-speed on the column, yes it is. It's a close ratio 3-speed that's was used for drag racing.
And it's just, they were made to go pretty much right to the strip.
Straight line only. Doesn't corner very well, doesn't stop real
very well.
but it does go forward very nicely.
But the whole thing about this car really is that fuely engine.
That's what defines the car. That's
what it
correct.
does.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look at it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the 57 fuely. This thing is quite a contraption.
Yes, this option was called RPO 578, and it's the 283 horse, 283 cubic inch fuel injected engine. And this is a Rochester fuel injection system. This is the first year there was 1 horsepower per cubic inch. This air intake that you see right here is indicative of the higher horsepower engine.
So that's a little squirrel cage fan, right?
It's just an air cleaner. It's got
is it,
a
eh?
canister inside. This then is the air unit over here. Here's the fuel unit over there.
One of how many?
22. With
22.
this particular body style and this engine was one of 22. That's correct.
It's a business
Sedan.
Business sedan.
Business
sedan, fuel-y, one of 22. Wow, thanks, Al.
Thanks, Dennis.
Way cool.
Very good.
Hey, the Tri-5 Chevy show here at the XXX Rootbeer Drive-In in Issaquah, Washington is an absolute blast. They even have cool golf carts. Check it out.